And his answer was, I saw olam hafuch, an upside down world. And many rabbis try to understand what he meant by that. And one explanation is that he saw people who were old were young, people who were young were old. And they asked, what does that mean? And what it means is that in olam ha'emet, in the true world, we do not measure life by years, but by days. People could live to be 95 and come up to Shemayim and be 3 days old. What do they do with their days? How do they fill their days? What have they done for anybody? And people could be 23 years old and be 23 years old in Shemayim. Mariel did not have arichut shanim, but she clearly had arichut yamim. In one of the speeches that I heard, one of the rabbis, I think, said that Mariel's goal was to change the world. So I'd like to conclude with this statement to Mariel. One of the things that my wonderful butterflies taught me was something called Facebook. If you don't know Facebook, you're out of the loop, guys. Facebook is a site on the computer that allows these beautiful children to express themselves freely. It took me about an hour, but I got on the site. And I'd like to tell you, I was crying on Friday. I was crying all week, but Friday I was crying for this specific reason. Read a name. I can't tell you how many people said the following. I didn't know Mariel. That's what they said. I didn't know Mariel. But just from what I hear, I'm going to be a better person. Just from what I read about, I'm going to be a more religious Jew. I'm going to be a better son, a better daughter, a better sister, a better brother. So Mariel, I think you've reached your goal. In your short life, you have changed the world. You have made it a better place to live. And for that, we'll forever remember you. Thank you.
Person who has taught hundreds, if not thousands, and who continues to teach us every day through her actions. Our friend Shifra Hannon. Shifra.
I do not know where to begin. I was so touched when invited by Amy to speak. I wanted this to be special. I wanted to portray Mariel as I knew her, as I loved her. I could think of nothing else all week. Such a young, beautiful, vibrant person taken in such a tragic accident. How could it be? Mariel had a great appreciation for life, and that's why her death is so tragic. Because she was so full of life. She taught others how to live. Her beautiful smile mirrored the way she led her life, in happiness and with great purpose. I will always see Mariel as an elegant young lady. She never needed makeup. Her face just radiated with beauty. She was so cool. Her strong sense of style matched her grace and talent. The very name of her dance group, Orange, was chosen because the color orange represents life and emotion. Mariel distinguished herself as a dancer, a choreographer, a dance teacher. Coming from her family, we automatically associate her with talent. She sent me a postcard with a neat thank you note attached, inviting me to Guys and Dolls at Kingsborough College, which she choreographed this production. In that show, the simplicity of her work was its brilliance. I could tell how proud she was of her accomplishments. We were all proud of her too. Her dreams were coming to fruition. For the past 2 summers, 3 of my granddaughters were her lucky students. How she transformed them. It was truly disarming to watch her with kids. It came to her so naturally, and she accomplished something which took people years to work on. Her talent, her maturity were all beyond her years. She tailored each experience to each pupil. Her dance therapy was so fresh, so absorbing. Each child was an individual, something only skilled teachers know. Mariel's joy and her enthusiasm for life were very genuine. Whenever I came to her house, she ran down the steps to smile, kiss me, fill me in on what was going on in her life. Ask how I was, my kids. Everyone she touched feels that way. We will all carry a memory of Mariel with us wherever we go. But it was not just a memory. Every moment that we shared and every loving gesture is connected to us and is now immortal. Mariel was precocious from the very beginning of her very short life. She had a gift, the ability to make people around her feel special. Her life resonated with other people. At social functions, even as a child, Mariel always made it a point to help others feel comfortable and involved. Several weeks ago, I was standing at an art exhibit in New York City. I had walked around once and then was just standing there, a little uncomfortable. Lo and behold, Mariel, her bubbly self. "So happy to see you," she said. I thought, happier to see you. I wished I'd stayed and talked for hours. What can I say? To give some consolation to Mariel's extraordinary siblings and parents. Mariel, or Mar, as I like to call her, was adored by her friends and family. Mariel was admired and valued by her fellow students. Mariel had the biggest funeral I've ever seen, attended by people from all walks of life, young and old. Her warmth, her charm, her humor were all so natural that kids and adults were immediately attracted to her. Mariel was the sun that warmed and brightened our lives. She left us now, and we are left heartbroken and desolate. Yet at the same time, we feel privileged to have been touched by Mariel in her short time with us. We are all better people for it. I hope Amy and David can, in time, find a way to carry on, knowing that Mariel's memory lives on in each one of us. I know that over the past week, I kept seeing images of Mariel in my mind and looking for signs from her. Mariel, you were so kind, so generous, so happy. I know that you are at peace. We savored the words of your brother Murray of your last moments, so appreciative of nature, so grateful for all that life has to offer. You, Mariel, were the consummate, the wonderful daughter, the ever-giving friend, the quintessential teacher, and the ideal student. You taught us all. We will miss you. May your blessed memory be a blessing forever. May you be a Malit Yosher for all of us.
I would now like to call on 3 young cousins of Mariel. The 3 sons of our cousins, our dear cousins, Jacqueline and Raymond Salem. Ike, Eddie, and Michael Salem, please.
We feel empty and incomplete, like something has been taken from us that will never be returned. Mariel, we miss your warmth. We miss your kindness. We miss your laugh. We miss your hugs. We miss your energy. And most of all, we miss you. You were the life of every party and the light in every room. Friday nights are always special to our family. It's the one night a week that we all share our week's experiences. Now, Friday nights will never be the same.